Good day, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Beer Drinks United. Currently, just me, the Rhino. We will wait a few minutes and see if anyone shows up. If nobody shows up, we'll go on our merry way. Hoping some people show up, though. Show up and have our usual chats. See where we go from there. I have some beer beside me still. What do I have left? I have 16 beer left. So that's you know, at these prices, close to, I don't know, maybe about $110 in beer here. We got the good stuff, and by the good stuff I mean we have Molson Dry, and then we have some Rickard's Red, and we have some Bud, all mixed together. So yeah, it'll be fun. It looks like I'm gonna have to trim my fucking duster here because the hair's just going everywhere. Just like when I grow hair on my head, it just. So I like to grow it for the Santa suit and all that, but at the same time I hate having it because it just goes and it's everywhere, and I don't want that. I just don't. I don't. So as per usual, when we do these BDUs, if you want to come and chat with us, just let me know. We have a link. We can send it to you. You can join us. More than welcome. Love having people join us. New puppy's doing well. New puppy's doing well, and that better not be my 11-year-old daughter opening my door. So puppy's doing well. Housebreaking him is going to be quite the chore. He is currently doing the game where you can take him outside, and you can be outside for half an hour, and he'll do absolutely nothing but sit there or walk around. And then the second you bring him inside, he'll take a shit. So right now what we're doing is we take him outside. We're outside for 15 or 20 minutes with him. We bring him back in. We don't even take the leash off of him. We just put him down, and then we chase after him. We follow him everywhere, and as soon as he starts doing squats, scoop back up and right back outside. So that's the game we're playing with the damn husky right now. Yeah, it's insanity. It's insanity. And then my daughter, my youngest daughter, who we thought was potty trained, she's just started taking the peeing on the floor because the puppy's peeing on the floor. And then the older dog peed on the floor today. Now I'm going to guess that was because my eldest daughter wasn't listening to him. I'm going to assume he was saying he wanted to go outside. I wasn't there, but he has not had an accident in the house in like a month and a half. So I'm going to assume he was telling you that he wanted to go out and just he wasn't listened to. I'm going to have to assume that. I don't want to think that he's digressing because the puppy's pissing on the floor, because he didn't digress when we had the puppy that died. The puppy that died actually was really good. The puppy that died is from the same litter as the puppy that's there now, right? So Chewbacca was from the same litter as Gizmo. Gizmo's driving me insane. And Chewbacca, the second you put him down outside, he would piss and shit right away and then want to come back inside. He was like, no, I don't want to do this. I lived under a fucking shed. I don't want to live under a shed anymore. Take me back into that beautiful house. And it seems to be reversed with Gizmo. Gizmo's like, I lived under a shed, motherfucker. Take me off this leash and let me roam free. And that's the one thing about dogs up here, right? The problem with dogs up here is there is no fences or anything. So it's not like you can just let your dog out on out in your backyard and leave it out there until it shits or pisses, right? You can't be like, yeah, just go do your shit, motherfucker. You can't. And even if you could, there's nothing saying it's not going to just be under the fucking house or crawl its way out or dig its way out, because I mean it's all dirt, right? It's when it rains, it's apparently horrendous out there. They keep telling me you're going to see mud season soon. I'm like, this isn't fucking mud season, because I've seen some huge amounts of fucking mud. Fuck. It hasn't rained or been wet or anything in the last few days, and there's a lot of fucking dirt and sand in my mudroom. My mudroom is really a mudroom. Yeah. So if anyone's watching, chat me up. Give me some questions, some comments, some concerns. Let's do this thing, shall we? I got organize all the stuff up here in my headboard. My Father's Day bear that my daughter gave me last year. I got my I Love You recording from Alicia. I have my 360-degree camera. Uh-oh, I turned that on. I don't know where my GoPro is. I gotta find that. The GoPro's missing, but the case is up there, so it can't be too far. Flashlight, some sunglasses, my wallet, backup headphones. Like, I'm set up here, man. I'm set up here. More GoPro stuff, but not the GoPro itself. Where the fuck did the GoPro go? More sunglasses. You never know when it gets really bright in bed, right? I gotta find that GoPro. Last time I used it, last time I used it was when the Skidoo was still running the first time before the fuel pump froze up. Not the fuel pump, sorry, the oil pump. I had water in my oil, and my oil pump froze up, and the Skidoo would start, and you could leave it idle, and you be throwing up enough oil in idle to not overheat and die. And you had to let it idle for about 25 minutes before you could ride it anywhere, because you had to melt all the ice out of the pump and everything else, so the pump could pump the oil and recirculate it. So you could ride the Skidoo at like limp mode, basically. And I had to do that one night coming home because it got so cold that I was at work that it froze up again before we knew what was going on. I checked my oil, and there it was, all nice and milky, and I'm like, oh, I know what's going on here. And then I had to wait for the Skidoo mechanic to come into town to do my oil for me, because I've never touched a BRP machine before, and the Rotax engines just fuck with me. I don't have any lemon juice today. I was in the co-op. I should have went and seen. I wanted to see if the co-op had the lime juice. I wanted to get the little lime and add lime juice instead of lemon juice for once. Oh, and this is going to be, tomorrow's going to be my last pay with the COVID-19 pay adjustment. It's going to be sad. Give it a few more minutes. If no one wants to chat with me or no one wants to join, I'll go watch 90 Day Fiance with the wife and child. I just don't want to watch 90 Day Fiance. I can hear it from here though, and it actually is amusing. It's the tell-all episode where they're like yelling at each other and everything. And it's pretty sad listening to it, to be honest. Excuse me. So I'm waiting on packages still. Talked about this last time too. We are waiting on a bunch of packages. Who's that? Hello, sir. How are you? You should come and join us and chat one night. You're always in the comments. Just come and say hello. We have those abilities. Anyway, so I ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon and I sent it to my in-laws' house. So I ordered it all on Friday. I ordered 9 different items, 5 different shipments. So ordered it Friday. Today's Tuesday. She already has 4 of the 9 items, and I told her, I'm like, I hate you and your shipping. She goes, what do you mean? And I go, if I was to order it up here, it would have cost me $202 to ship. It was nothing. It was a shirt, some movies, new hat, an Irish hat, the newsboy hats. So a new hat, a new shirt, some movies, and two like $10 PS4 games. And I'm like, so it would have cost me $202 to ship that up here. It was free shipping to you. You got half the order in 3 days. All of it is out on its way to you. So you're going to have it all by the end of this week. If I was to order it, it would have cost me $202. It would have taken 3 weeks for Amazon to ship it out of Amazon, and then it would have taken another 3 weeks to get here. I hate your shipping, like full on hate it. And she's like, well, it's going to cost you $30 shipping. $30 shipping is still better than $202, and I can wait the 2 to 3 weeks to get it from you, since I'm still going to get it 2 weeks earlier than I would have gone if I ordered it from Amazon itself. So, yeah, not liking shipping right now. I did order. I ordered Madness of the Method, which is a Jay and Silent Bob movie, basically. Well, it's a Kevin Smith movie about Jason Mewes and him learning to be a method actor. And I got Jay and Silent Bob and the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, and I paid more for those than I really should have. And I paid more for them because I got them from a third-party vendor, because Best Buy didn't have them. Best Buy is the best place to buy a movie if you live in the north. Live in the north, above the tree line in Canada, and you want to buy a movie, Best Buy is $2.99 shipping. They do it letter mail. Ordered so much stuff that way, and $2.99 shipping. You can have like 6 letters. You can have 6 movies in that letter, and it'll still be a $2.99 shipping to you. So I'm perfectly and utterly okay with that shipping cost. So some of the stuff I ordered recently was the same type of stuff. It was like a $3 shipping charge, and I'm like, you know what? I'll pay the $3 to get it here, because the box I'm sending to my in-laws is pretty close to its weight capacity, and I'm not paying Amazon $40 to get those 3 movies, where I can pay $9 plus an extra $9, so $18 instead of $40 shipping to get it up here. I was okay with that. What else do I have out there? I still have I ordered a bunch of new shorts and stuff, because I don't really have any. Didn't really come up with much. That way, I have hundreds of these shirts, like the Hawaiian shirts, but I didn't come up with many pairs of shorts or pants. So I ordered another couple pairs of pants and a couple pairs of shorts from Old Navy. Those shipped May 3rd. They're still not here. So June 10th is when they'll reimburse me my money on that. I still have 2 packages out from Best Buy that I'm waiting on. I have a package from Amazing Clubs I'm waiting on. That shipped out on the 20th of May. So who knows when I'll see that. I also had Brad Jansen, who lives in the Cambridge area, send me 2 packages. He shipped those out near the end of May as well, so those are out and about. I do have some stuff, some packages that never ended up here from Amazon. And I know during the COVID-19 thing, I'm giving everybody extra time, so there was a couple packages from Amazon that I gave over a month to get here before I contacted Amazon. And I'm like, look, these aren't here yet. And they're like, well, we can refund you, or we can send them again. I go, well, send them again. They go, really? I go, yeah, well, I ordered this shit because I wanted it, so send it again. It was fucking dog bones and stuff. It's not like anything that I'm desperately needing, but my dogs like their fucking bones. Give me some dog bones. I could go out and take like a caribou carcass and just give them caribou bones for a while, but I'm pretty sure that's the one thing that's good about Gizmo is raised by one of the hunters in town, lived under a shed, but he never really grew up in a house, and the only things that got thrown to him is things he's allowed to chew on and eat, right? Like he was fed raw. He was basically thrown raw caribou, raw fish heads, whatever was left over that they didn't use, and so he's really good at only chewing actual bones. He hasn't yet chewed any furniture or anything. So that's an up. Sure, he waits till you come in the house and take it. Go the fuck away. No. I really don't want to watch 90 Day Fiance. Sorry, that was my 11-year-old. She likes to poke her head in to see what the fuck I'm doing when I'm in here. Yeah, I will probably end up going and watching 90 Day Fiance if nobody wants to join me soon enough. I'll drink 2 beers. I'm almost done the 1 beer. I'll drink the second one and see where we're going. Oh, and the puppy's pissing in his sleep. We've always. I'm one of those weird guys. My dogs have always slept with me, no matter how big they were. Be them a Great Dane, a Boxer, a Shepherd, a Great Pyrenees, a Nanook, the King Shepherd Husky mix. All my dogs have always slept with me, to the point that I actually pissed Alicia off because her Rottweiler never slept in the bed until she moved in with me, and then the Rottweiler started sleeping with me all the time. She would like snuggle up and push me and get pets and stuff, and Alicia would get angry. She's like, "This dog does not sleep in the bed." I go, "Oh, she does now," and stuff like that. So this dog sleeps in the bed as well. I mean, I don't know if any of you have heard a baby husky howl, and I mean, we could do the crate thing. He's okay in his crate when him and Nanook are side by side. Nanook will sleep in the bed until he starts crying, and then Nanook wants to go sleep in his crate. Right? And Nanook's like, "Fuck this shit. I want to sleep." So he goes to his crate. But a baby husky crying sounds like somebody is skinning the thing alive. It's like, it's horrendous and high pitched and just it's just wrong. And so he sleeps in the bed with us, and he's quiet. He sleeps right between us. He snuggles up. He gives you a couple of kisses, and he falls asleep. Thing is, he pees in his sleep. He's like a human. He pees in his sleep. He just loses bladder control while he's sleeping. Now, I mean, I looked it up because I'd never, even breeding dogs and growing up around breeders and all that, I had never experienced that yet. So I had to look it up, and yeah, it isn't uncommon. It's not as common as in humans, but it's not uncommon. And I'm like, oh yay, we have a dog that pisses in its sleep. Doesn't wake up or anything, like, Chewbacca, when we had Chewbacca peed the bed once, and Chewbacca woke up, and he did cry, and he cried a couple times, and neither of us moved. We were like, "Fuck this, we're too tired to go to sleep, you stupid dog." And then our feet got wet, and we're like, "Oh, god damn it!" This dog does not move. He's in the same position he's in. He's soaking wet himself because he peed all over himself because he's sleeping, and yeah, it's not a nice thing. It really isn't. Oh. Oh, we got some more Molson Dry. Ooh. 1 second here. Who knows where the best by date is on these 12 packs? See, because we have people always come into the store and freak out about dates on things that freak out on dates on everything. And I've always heard people freak out on dates on certain things. Like there's no, that can't be it. It has to be on the outside though, because you wouldn't make somebody open it to find out the best before date, unless Quebec got rid of the best before dates or canning dates on beer, because in Ontario they still have to have one or the other. But I don't see it anywhere on here, at least not on the exterior. You can check the bud case after this, but like there's something here, but that wouldn't be it. The bottom of the cans. There is something on the bottom of the can. I'll have to check that later. Anyway, you down south, you can go to liquidation places and stuff like that, and you can buy pop and shit like that. Stuff doesn't go bad, and you can buy it at a severe discount. Usually, it's past its best before date. And sometimes in the south, you would have somebody freak out about it. Well, pop doesn't go bad. Pop's sugar, water, and carbonation. That's what pop is, and it's in a can. As long as it's not having air get to it, it's a great staple for your bunker, your nuclear bunker. But people would freak out about that down there too. And I mean, if you see a can of pop up here, you buy a single can, you buy it from the sea lift. A single can's like $2.15. You buy a single can that's not sea lift, it's flown in, it's closer to $4 a can. So you'd think that you'd want to bring in a bunch more stuff on the sea lift, but you have to be very, very careful because this is a very date sensitive place where if they see anything past that best before date, they think it's expired and that you're trying to sell them poison. So it's this weird conundrum that you end up in. What do you do, right? Like, you don't want to be selling stuff for that much more money than you need to be, but at the same time, how do you balance your inventory that way, right? And I mean, I'm glad that I don't have to think about that all that much. But I mean, I remember buying stuff down south that was, sometimes a year past its best before date. Now, there's always been talk that they'll get rid of the best before dates and only keep expiry dates on things. But even expiry dates, a lot of times, that's a thing up in the air because, I mean, milk has an expiry date. And milk isn't bad the second that date hits. And sometimes it's gone bad before that date hits. So it's a weird thing with dating products. When you think about the fact that we have so many products in this world that you can ingest for years and years and years. Excuse me. I really have nothing. I was expecting somebody to join. Anybody. Somebody, anybody. Don't think anyone's coming. I was going to drink a second beer before deciding to leave or not. I might not even do that. Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Doesn't seem like anybody's out there. Oh my God, that was too funny. I can hear the wife perfectly. And again, she's watching the second part 2 of the tell-all from 90 Day Fiance. Okay, there's apparently 4 of you. Oh, apparently 4 of you watching. Talk to me. Chat it up. Let's go. Come and join me. Come in and join me. We can have some conversations. We can talk about movies. We can talk about beer. We can talk about why I'm wearing one sock and the other sock is in the garbage. If you want to know, I stepped in piss. My daughter's piss. That was a fun day. Take the puppy outside because the puppy's peeing. While the puppy's outside, the big dog pees. Well, after the big dog pees, the child pees. I come in to pee every house. It was like they were having a piss party. I was surprised the eldest one didn't just fucking squat and piss somewhere. And then I stepped right in. I'm like, whose fucking piss did I step as I'm cleaning up piss, right? I'm cleaning piss and piss and piss up. And I step in it and I'm like, who the fuck's piss is this? And I get, oh, that's Harlow's. What? Harlow peed on the floor. And you didn't clean it? No. Knock you over and clean it up with your hair. No, I wouldn't do that, but Bouncing stories. We can talk some bouncing stories. I mean, we had the one girl at Red Square who was in the bar, drunk out of her mind, and she was supposed to be kicked out. And the bag of derp was the other bouncer that night. And
hi.
Hello.
You just by yourself?
Yeah, nobody wanted to come and join me. So I might come and join you soon.
Come watch Ed rip David apart. It was actually really hilarious.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to end up happening. I have 4 viewers, and none of them even want to join or talk to me. So yeah, it was just quiet. Pop Culture Vegan said hello, and that was it. And there's a little tear coming down my face.
The last time I was in here, Greg joined you, so.
Last week, he heard he could sense there was boobs around.
Yeah, I don't think that's. Yeah.
You don't know Greg.
Yeah.
There's boobs. He'll be here.
What?
Honk honk.
So. Yeah.
Now the question: did I honk her boobs, or did I just pretend to honk her boobs?
When do you ever pretend?
She made sushi tonight, guys. It was her first time making sushi rolls. They were good. I think one of those sweaters on the floor is breaks.
Yes, and what is mine?
Yeah.
Because it was on in there. We're putting the puppers in the crate tonight.
We can try putting the puppers in the crate. I don't think that's going to go over well, but we can attempt it.
Oh, it's going. It's going. I'm not washing sheets every day.
Yeah, the only other thing we can do is try and wake them up partway through the night and take them out and stand outside for half an hour.
Neither one of us likes to get up in the middle of the fucking night and fight.
I'm just telling you, those are really our choices, right? Like,
Jesus Christ, the fact that I'm standing there, they're freezing my ears off just trying to get them to go for a poop. That's to bring them in,
and
chase them around the house, shoot them back outside, and get them to go poop. Back to work tomorrow.
Don't tell me that. I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. Pop Culture Vegan said he's going to come up here and work for me tomorrow.
Who is Pop Culture Vegan?
Somebody that isn't coming up here to work for me tomorrow.
Is he somebody I know?
No.
Oh.
You don't know anyone. You know nothing. Well, I said I'd give it 2 beers to see if somebody showed up or if anyone talked to me. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody showed up. This is beer number 2. Well, I didn't want to sit out there and watch 4 episodes of 90 Day Fiancé.
It's 2 episodes. And it's back on. Bye. Love you. I gotta go see Ed and David duke it out.
Love you
funny
too.
As hell.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't even know what else to talk about. I mean, I had topics I wanted to talk about, but if nobody's here, it's a hard thing to talk about, right? Last time we talked about favorite cheap beer, like budget beers. Wanted to go on to like favorite macro and favorite like regional too. I mean, and there's a lot of breweries now that are still considered craft that would be a regional brewery that does a good portion of the province, if not the whole province. Sometimes provinces next to them as well. Nickelbrook, Collective Arts, Muskoka, Geodiciel here in Quebec. Unibrew they're technically macro now because they are owned by Sapporo, which owns Sleeman, but and Sleeman owns them. But at the same time, you could argue that they are regional because for the most part they're just Quebec and they're a little bit in Ontario and a few other provinces, and they're still pretty much just left to do their thing. Moosehead, another regional brewery for the most part. Excuse me. Uh-oh. I need to get, I don't even know why I'm wearing the headphones. Nobody's here. Now, let's take the headphones out. I'm an idiot. There we go. Headphones are out. Nobody's here. I don't know why I have the headphones in. It's better now. But yeah, these headphones up here, none of the headphones I buy up here fit my ears, and they're all messed up. They're all like these slightly off kilter buds, and I hate them. I hate them all. None of them fit properly. None of them work properly. None of them are very good in any way, shape, or form. But they're all there. I was looking up the pot shop here in Quebec, the SQDC, I think, or SQCD, or SDQC. I don't know what it is here in Quebec. I can't remember the exact thing. But they had something that I hadn't seen on the Ontario Cannabis Store. They had beverages available. There was beverages you could buy. So there was like Baker Street and soda. There was a ginger ale one. There was a mango one. So I think I'm going to make a cannabis store order at some point and order the beverages to do on here. I know it technically can get you flagged and all that, but at the same time, I'm drinking them legally. I purchased them legally, and I'm not smoking anything. I'm drinking something, so I think I'm going to do it. I mean, I'm intrigued, and they range from 3 to 7 grams of THC per can, and they're not that expensive either. They're like $4 to $7 a can. So I mean, they're expensive, but they're not expensive when you look at the fact that like a gram of pre-rolled joints is anywhere from $8 to $20. And you can buy 30 grams per order. So the 5 cans put me at like 22 grams. And then I was going to buy a few pre-rolls because, you know, the one time I did try smoking, I did all CBD because THC can fuck with me. I won't deny it. The THC can really fuck with me, and she has to put up with it, and I feel bad for her. But the one time I did smoke, it was CBD bud with no THC in it. And I learned one very important thing. I can't roll a joint for the life of me. That's what I learned. I can grind perfectly. I can do all that stuff. I can't roll a joint for the life of me. So the pre-rolls are probably the way to go for me. They're a lot more expensive, but they're probably the way to go if I want to play this game until I learn to do stuff properly. Probably buy some zigzags too and just practice on some things. We sell zigzags up here, and they're not that bad. They're something like $4 a package. I mean, it's a lot more money than it should be, but again, you're flying it up here and everything else, so you do have to put a little bit of a. When you figure that it costs almost $2,000 to fly a person up here, you can understand why all of the products end up getting a fairly large push when they're flown up. There's apparently still 3 of you. Nobody even wants to say hi. Nobody wants to come and join. Nobody wants to have a conversation. Nobody wants to share butt crack tattoos. Nobody. I'm a little hurt. So I was really sad yesterday. For some reason, I thought yesterday was Father's Day, and I didn't get a happy Father's Day from my kids down south. I didn't get any from up here. And I've sat there and I was actually kind of spiraling because I thought it was Father's Day and everyone was ignoring me. And then I realized it wasn't Father's Day and I felt like a fucking tool. And I don't even know why I thought it was Father's Day. I don't know why. I think because Mother's Day is like the second Sunday of May, and I thought Father's Day was the second Sunday of June, and it wasn't the second Sunday of June, but I still thought it was the second Sunday of June. Like I thought yesterday was the second Sunday, just for some reason I thought last Sunday was June 1st, and then I remembered, oh fuck, it wasn't because I didn't get my new food allowance starting that day, and it was yeah. I felt very special, shall we say. Feels very special sitting here with a pair of pants that's all ripped up and one sock. And I don't even know how I ripped these pants. They're just full of little holes up one side. Did a mouse chew on them? I don't know. My utility room been smelling like oil lately. Every time my hot water tank turns on, all you can smell is oil in there. Everything is oil fired up here, right? But there's no natural gas or anything. So it's oil fired. You have a big oil tank on the outside of your house, and your furnace and your water tank are oil fired. Well, my water tank and my furnace both blow out the top, like they filter out through the ceiling. And now that it's getting warm and the furnace isn't on, the fan from the furnace isn't on, and there's no choice to just have your fan on. It's just heat in here. So without the fan going, it's not pulling the fumes from the water tank out. And I thought my house was starting to burn down yesterday until I opened the door and realized what it was. And I'm like, motherfucker. So we turned the furnace on last night with the windows open to keep it cool, but just to pull all the fumes out. And once all the fumes got out, I realized that nobody had put water in the overflow pipe for the there's a U-joint in the pipe that the air circulator goes into. So we have an air circulator, so there should be a fan option somewhere, but we can't find it, and we can't find it looking through all the brochures that were left at the house when the house was handed over to us. But the air circulator goes into the pipe, and that's for the evaporation off the air circulator to drop it into the fucking septic tank underneath the house. Well, that pipe dries out a lot, and then all the gases from the septic tank come up into the utility room, and then you're just smelling like 4 days of shit in the utility room. And the other problem is that when sewage comes, every time the sewage truck comes, you basically have to put water in that pipe, because the way the sewage truck empties your septic tank is a giant vacuum. So they suck everything out. Like even your toilet has no water in it after they leave. So they suck everything out, and they suck that little water pump, that little water blockage out too, that's blocking the smell. So after we got rid of the fumes of the gasoline, well, the oil, I'm like, oh my God, nobody's poured water down that pipe. And so I had to throw water down that pipe too. It was fun. I don't know what was worse, smelling the septic tank or the oil. The septic tank. Between my daughter and my wife, it's disgusting. Mine smell like roses, not theirs. The daughter's 11 years old. Every time she shits, she clogs the toilet, and guess who has to plunge it? Not her, because she's not strong enough. So guess who gets to go and plunge the toilet? Me. I shouldn't be plunging somebody else's shit in my own house. You know what? In my house, you shit, you made that mess, you fucking plunge it. You can't plunge it, go shit somewhere else. Go shit outside with the dogs. I shouldn't be fucking plunging your shit. At work, you can force me to plunge somebody else's shit, because you know what? It's part of my job description to make sure that my store is running and everything else. I don't want to do it, but you can force me to do that for those reasons. Here at this house, I should never be fucking plunging somebody else's shit. I don't get paid enough for that. No sexual favors are enough to make somebody pile down somebody else's shit down a toilet. Especially an 11-year-olds. Take the fucking plunger and plunge it yourself. No, you have to go plunge it. It's a sore point for me. It is. It's a sore point. I don't know. I did finish my second beer, so technically I should just leave it. I'll do one more beer. Let's just make sure that anybody's still here. If I'm just talking to myself, I might as well go. Pretty much talking to myself. Hey, you guys have left. Hurts. Nobody wants to talk. It's okay. It's okay. No, I'm fine. Yeah, well, if I'm just here alone and nobody chatting and none of the other guys have come in, I guess it's time to go sit on the couch with my family and watch 90 Day Fiance. I really didn't want to do that. I really didn't want to. I can hear it from in here. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Have a lovely evening. Au revoir. A bientôt. See you soon. Bye-bye. Mwah.